guys, welcome back to Food Diaries. Today we are here in the southwestern part of Khasi Hills. Yes, we are in Malkarwat and we are very happy to have with us here the owner, the chef and the proprietor of Labani Cafe, Banikorlin, Kharlyngdoh. Welcome back to Food Diaries.
Thank you so much.
And without further ado, let's get on with our audience who are tuned into Food Diaries and see what Bani has in store for us today. So let's tell our audience, Bani, what do you have in store for us, your menu for the day, the dishes for the day, and what you have here on the table?
Yes. So we will begin with bread. We will be making focaccia today. We will also be doing a lot of other things, pastries and chocolates. But to begin with, we'll start with bread. So shall we?
Yes, yeah. Yes.
All right. So I'm putting in flour.
So as you do that, also tell our audience who's with us here today, what are the ingredients we're using for the bread?
Yes. So we have yeast, instant yeast.
Okay.
We also have sugar. We have gluten. We have salt.
Okay.
Yes. So first we put in all the dry ingredients and let it mix a little while we add some water. Yeah. So there we go. We can increase the speed a little bit. As you can see, the dough is now mixing. So when you see the dough coming together, you can now add the butter or oil. You can add either. We have to let it knead for some time. And then,
so as you're making bread, you know, I think it's a staple for our breakfast table. But what kind of bread are we looking at today?
So we are making focaccia bread. It's an Italian bread. So it will be very rich in olive oil. It will be soaked in olive oil. We have some olives here. We can add some herbs. So today we will be adding rosemary along with it and along with some fresh tomatoes. You can also use cherry tomatoes if you have them at home. And it doesn't have to always be olive focaccia. You can make it anything. It can be garlic focaccia. It can be just about anything you want to add. Even add some meat to it. Anything you would like to do it at home. So you can check if they need more water. If the dough needs more water, you can add a little bit more. Okay, so now our dough is done. We're going to remove it. Take a bit of flour. It tends to be sticky, but that's okay. You can dust some flour in your working space and take out the dough. So the whole point of a focaccia dough is it's supposed to be soaked in oil. It's really, really good when it's... Can you help me with that? Yeah, the tray.
The tray, yes.
So we're just gonna put some oil so that it doesn't stick. And I'm going to just use this frame. So we need to ferment it. It's a long process. So it goes through a second fermentation as well. So for now, we can just take the dough and just put it on the tray and take some olive oil and just spread it out. And just spread it out like that. The more oil, the better for focaccia dough. Now that it's done that, we can start adding your toppings now.
And toppings could be
anything at all. So we're just gonna take some olives. You can just cut them in half. This is a tomato. You can use cherry tomatoes if you have.
So usually, getting cherry tomatoes is...
It's a task getting cherry tomatoes unless you grow them.
True.
So you can just slice them. that. Sprinkle some salt. Just season your tomatoes. And then you can add some herbs. Pass me the rosemary.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Just pour it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that should do. Yeah. You can just crush them on top like that for very flavorful focaccia. Any herbs would do. You can use thyme. You can use mixed herbs or just rosemary itself. And then you can put some cheese, Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drizzle a little. Chili flakes, anything really. Okay. And then you just allow it to ferment. We have to just put it aside and then wait for another like 30 minutes or so for it to like rise. And then again you have to, using your fingers, like push the air back in, air bubbles, and then allow it to again ferment to rise, and then we put it for baking.
Right.
So yeah, it's a lengthy process.
Okay, Bunny?
Yeah.
It looks like it's been given a good amount of rest,
Yes.
and it's risen.
Yes.
So what do we do next?
So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the air bubbles and allow it to ferment one more
Right.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is what we're going to do. You can see it's a lot of air bubbles inside. Yeah. So yeah, look at that. So yeah, just that, and then we will let it rest again until it has risen one more time, and then put it straight to baking.
Okay, all right. Well, Bunny, that's been quite a wait.
Yes.
And the audience can also see your dough for the focaccia bread.
Yes.
How well it's risen. And this will go into the oven?
Yes.
Okay.
Straight to baking.
Straight to baking. And
Yes.
what's the duration and how long?
It'll take just about 13 to 15 minutes. It shouldn't take that long.
Okay.
In 220 degrees Celsius. Right. Here we go. Okay. 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 And our focaccia is already done. Yeah. The thing about baking, you have to be multitasking for most times. Then just apply some nice olive oil on top of it. Our bread is done. Yeah. We let it cool down on a rack, on a wire rack over here. Just gonna take this and put it right over here. Try to remove this and put it over here. Yeah, there we go. So now we are going to make a short crust pastry for our assorted fruit tarts that we will be making, assembling it at the very end.
Yeah.
So to start off with, we are going to put in some butter.
Okay.
And some flour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I've changed from the dough kneader to a paddle.
Okay.
We need this to become in a sandy texture. So that's what we're trying to get.
Okay.
So now that we have a sandy texture, what we actually wanted, we're going to add the sugar. Okay. We add it. Let it combine. And now add in some water or egg.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Stop a little. We don't want to over mix, so we just want to bind the dough and let it come together. So we are going to remove this to our working table.
Yes.
And then dust some flour a little bit, and then remove it. Yeah. And now this needs to rest. in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes before we can roll it.
Okay.
And then put it in our pie molds. Yeah, for the tarts. Using a cling film, we'll just put the dough inside. Now this goes inside the fridge and we can sheet it to make the tart. Yeah.
So this would be in the fridge for 15 minutes?
15 to 20 minutes,
okay.
Yeah. So we are now going to make a panna cotta.
Okay.
So panna cotta is basically an Italian dessert.
Yes.
It's cooked cream, so that is what we are going to do.
Yeah.
It is sweetened cooked cream and it will be blueberry flavored.
Okay.
You can make it with any other flavor that you want, any
Right.
spice, chocolate or anything,
Yeah.
basically anything. But today we are going to make blueberry blueberry panna cotta.
Panna cotta.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we will start with some heavy cream. Some sugar. Yeah. So the sugar needs to be melted.
Yeah.
Just as the name says, it's cooked cream.
Yes.
So that is exactly what we are doing.
Right.
The sugar needs to melt before we would fold in the whipping cream. Also gelatin sheets. So gelatin sheets, basically it just sets the cream.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can use gelatin sheets or gelatin powder, that's all right. And then for this to melt, you need to use, just soak it in ice cold water.
Okay.
So it's just going to soften on its own. While that's going on, we can keep mixing this. Okay, so our cream is done. Our sugar has melted.
Yeah.
Now we can just keep this aside and we need to add the melted gelatin sheets to the cream and then fold in the whipping cream, whipped cream.
Yeah.
So while the sheets are getting ready, we can move on to plating it in a glass.
Right. Yes, yes.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use 2 wine glasses for today.
Okay.
We are going to take, this is a blueberry compote. Yeah. So here we're going to take a little bit of this, maybe just a spoonful, right at the bottom. Yeah. So we are going to create layers and you'll see that as we go. Yeah, so a little bit on that and a little bit on this. Yeah.
And next, so while we wait for the...
Yes, let's check on the gelatin sheets. They should be ready by now. Yeah. So our sheets are ready now, as you can see. Yeah, so you just squeeze out the water, put in a bowl. Okay, so now our gelatin sheets is melted.
Yeah.
We need to temper this. We can pour a little bit of cream here and then mix it and then pour this back to the mixture. Yeah. So now I'm folding the cream.
Yeah.
This is the whipped cream. We use semi-soft whipped cream. So now, as you can see, I'm just going to fold this. And you can use a whisk as well and just vigorously just do this. Okay, that is done. Now I will pour a little bit in a bowl and just to create the layers.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just going to use this, pour a little bit of panna cotta mix and take a bit of blueberry compote in this, and then use this, just mix it. Okay, so now we'll put the second layer. Yeah, I'm just going to put it there. We'll just put the second layer. Here, I'm just going to use a spoon and slowly just So yeah. So we're having 2 layers of this, and we're gonna add 1 more layer on top, just to create a nice different layers. Yeah. So I'm gonna use this plain panna cotta. I'm going to just pour in this. Yeah. And that's it. The other one. So now these will go in the refrigerator to set, and then we can garnish it further later.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now we are making saffron baked yogurt.
Okay, sounds awesome.
Yes. So we have curd, we have, you can use milkmaid.
Okay.
Yeah. And we have some fresh cream. So it's just 3 ingredients, very basic, but very, very delicious. Correct.
Okay.
All right, so very simple. We are just going to mix everything together. So I will pour the cream. Since it's a very less mixture, I'm going to just use my spatula and just mix it and whisk, or else you can just use a blender. That will also work, hand blender. Yeah, just gonna mix it. Right. Okay, I'll need the spatula again. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Then the curd. Yeah. Just mix them all together. Let it come together. Again, we'll take a whisk. Yeah. Thank you.
This is just to remove any kind of lumps.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I'll just add the saffron. So this is saffron with some cream. So as you can see. So, okay, just gonna mix this. Okay. Now we have a beautiful saffron color and flavor.
And of course, the ingredient itself, saffron, is something that you know, any dish which has saffron, you will be able to distinctly make out the flavor.
Right. Yeah? Okay. Now we will weigh this and just make sure we have equal quantity in both. Okay. So I will just pour this on the ramekin bowl. It's about 50. Okay, 60 will do. And one more. Okay. Okay, that should do. So these will go in the oven, but not just like this. It has to be baked in water bath.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So
sounds wonderful.
All right. So pull in the oven. Make sure you use gloves. Right. This out. I'll put this in and some water. So I'm just gonna bake it in water bath. Yeah. And push it in and bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes. Put it for 15 minutes first, then check it, and then if it's done, you can take it out, or else put it for a couple more minutes. Yeah.
All right. So, Bani,
yes,
we have here the banana sliced cake and also the chocolate and hazelnut cake. So, Bani, I leave it to you for some fun part in decorating these beautiful pieces of cakes.
All right, so now we'll start with the banana. So I will be using, so this is fondant or sweet paste. So what you can do is dip it a little in corn flour, and then just so that it won't stick, sheet it. And then you can use any cutters that you have at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm using these tiny little flower cutters.
Okay.
Yeah. And then just, 1 second. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So just tiny little flowers. You can cut them in different sizes. They come in different sizes. Okay. Okay, that's sufficient for what we need. Gather them. I'm just gonna put them over here. This is cream cheese frosting that I've kept in a piping bag.
Okay.
If you have a nozzle at home, whatever nozzle you have,
Yeah.
you can use. Okay, I'll show you this. So we'll just pipe this. Start at the center. That'll also work. And then fill it on the side. So this is chocolate and hazelnut. I will just pipe this like that. Okay, so now we cut it. We just trim off this edges.
So this has been a big transformation. As you've seen earlier, how most of us do love our banana cakes, and usually most of the time we try and bake them at home. And so what Bani has done, this is a it looks so presentable that a humble banana cake, just a little bit of cream cheese.
Yes. And
you have your decorative items. That is up to you, anything under the sky, and you can always have something that looks presentable and sumptuous at the same time. And we've seen the chocolate and hazelnut cake earlier, but what you see now looks, it's been taken a notch higher in terms of the appearance of the cake. This is looking something really earthy, like what comes to my mind is a log of wood.
Yes, that is what I was going for.
Mushrooms coming out of them, and looks very earthy. And but the taste is something I'm sure we will have that later. It already looks very appetizing, and so these are beautiful things that I've seen with baking. It's up to your creativity how you can always lift an element that you've baked, and at the end of the day you get something that looks totally different altogether. And the credit goes to you on how you've transformed something as simple as these to make them look as good as them now. So this is what we have here, and I'm sure you do at home also, who are tuned in with us, our audience. You get this to you that something is your creativity and how you would want your baked items, your cakes, your pastries to appear. It's all up to you and how you have ideas. So you've just incorporated. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. If we scratch a little more, I think we are going to get a little more of your creativity. And without further ado, let's get on with our audience who are tuned into Food Diaries and see what Bani has in store for us today.
I will be making chocolate bonbons, which will be orange flavored. So it's we're basically creating a shell, a chocolate shell, where we're putting some orange marmalade sort of with chocolate ganache, and then we seal off the chocolate. So they're small, tiny chocolate bonbons filled with goodness of chocolate.
Okay, sounds like it is again a delicacy, a dessert delicacy. So let's get on with it.
Sure. Okay, so here we have some melted Kharlyngdoh chocolate. So as you can see, it's 54% cocoa solid chocolate. So these are couverture chocolates. So you need to temper it. You cannot just directly use it. So you just pour it on a marble table like this. there are different ways of tempering chocolate. This is one way of doing it. So basically you spread the chocolate like this and sort of cool down the temperature. So the tempering temperature differs for various chocolates, that is white and milk and dark. So for dark you basically melt it to about 49 degrees Celsius and then you cool it down to about 28 and then you heat it, get the heat back to about 30 to 32 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. So we're just tempering the chocolate. Just sort of spread it like that. There are different ways of checking if your chocolate is done. You can use a thermometer for that. Or you can just use, this is what we learned, that we used to use. Feel the chocolate in your hands. So it should be a little warm, but when you feel it on the tip of your lip, it should feel cold. Then you know it's tempered.
Okay.
Yeah. So fun fact. Yeah. Okay, that's done. Okay.
This is something a delight to watch you at work. It's like you know, playing around with chocolate, but at the same time, this is actually a technique tempering chocolate. There are various ways of tempering chocolate, but as you've heard Bani say that this is
table method.
Another one of the methods, but again one of the methods that it has been a delight for me, and I'm sure for our audience today to see how chocolate is being tempered.
Yeah. So then you pour it to your chocolate molds. That. So we're just going to do half, since we don't need that much. Okay, we're going to do that much. Okay. So spread it out like that, and then you're going to tap it a little.
Yeah.
And then flip it like that, and then we're creating a shell. And then using this, you scrape it off like that, and then so we want a very thin layer of chocolate shell, so you get a snap when you bite into it. Okay, just gonna let it set over here. While that is happening, this tempered chocolate, I'm not gonna waste it. I'm gonna use it and show you how to make a few garnishes. So now this is chocolate ganache that I will pipe in this bonbons, and then we let it sit in the fridge for like just a bit, and then I seal it off. So while this goes in the fridge, I will melt this again, temper it again, and then seal it off.
Right.
Okay, so now we are going to seal our bonbons. I'm just going to pour some tempered chocolate on top, and this is how I seal my chocolates. I pour this on top, then I put a OHP sheet like this, and then I'm going to remove the extra chocolate And some. Okay, that's done. While these are resting, we can start plating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of effort has been put by Bani today at your cafe, Labani Cafe here in Maukarwad, and you can see delectable dishes being laid out on the table. We are at the final moment, right?
Yes.
The what do you call that? The climax of everything that we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
And we'll see a little bit of the finesse being put on some of these dishes.
Yes.
Yes, Bani? Okay.
Okay, so we will begin with the bonbons that we made. So I am going to flip these and you'll see the bonbons we've made. So I'm just gonna slightly tap it like that and yeah. There you go. So we will gold dust these just so that they look a little more prettier. So I will just ask my assistant to help me with that.
Yes.
Let's move on to the tarts. So we will be garnishing them with fresh fruits that we've cut over here. So I'm just gonna glaze the fruits so we get the shine that we want.
Yeah.
And yeah, that. Also the plum. Not too much, just enough. Okay, so we'll start with the chocolate tart. We are going to just beautifully place our cut kiwis over here. And
the vibrancy of the tart, it's just been lifted to another level, and I'm sure with your addition of some other fruits,
yes,
you get a lovely fruity tart.
Yeah, so we're going to do a plum tart for this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're done with our second one as well. And then for the third one, we have dragon fruit. Cut. Plain and simple. Now it looks, it has more color.
Color and vibrant, and of course, the chocolate with the fruits will play, play on your palate. I think, we have winters here, but we think about summers when we think of fruits, but this is for an all-season tart.
Yes. So I'm just gonna, so these are filled with chocolate, and these mini tarts are filled with cream cheese frosting. Okay. So you can fill just about anything, pastry cream, and so I'm gonna do a little bit of all in this. Yeah. Mini tarts.
Lovely.
Okay. Here is our, okay, so these are our lemon tart. So for both of them, I'm going to just use this, these feathers. I'm just going to use this so you can see these feathers that I made earlier. Yeah, so we can just put it over here. Yeah, just like that, so simple. And one over here, and another one over here. Yeah, so we have a little stem going on. Yeah, and then if I turn it to you, it should look like that.
Lovely.
Right. This is edible gold dust that I'm just going to put on this. And using a brush, I'll just brush it on these.
Yeah.
So we have 3, so that should be sufficient. And then I put this here. And using this, I am going to put this right over here.
This is just, made the banana, sliced banana cake very elegant.
Yeah.
Something as, I wouldn't say simple to make, so which is why all the more elegant to...
There we go.
There you go.
So here's a close-up if you want. Oh, okay. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
Beautiful.
These and this, and now moving on to our panna cotta.
Yeah.
3-layered panna cotta that we've made. So we're going to use these that we made earlier.
Yeah.
So there we have it. Shine, glossy.
Yes.
And a good snap. So good, well-tempered chocolate needs to have that snap and that shine. So you have to be a little gentle with these. So we are going to pipe a little something just to make the plating look some cream cheese in there, a little bit here, a little bit there. Then let's put some fruits. And so I'm just going to use my hand and drop it right there. And this one as well. Drop it over here. Yeah, like that. And over here like that.
Yes, lovely.
And then, since it's a blueberry, we want to add a little bit of blueberries. So these are dried blueberries. I'm just going to put one right over here and one right over here. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. So, how very, very elegant is the panna cotta looking? Lovely.
So our saffron baked yogurt is here. It's looking a little sad, so not to feel it left out, we are going to put maybe some fruits. Let's just put some other garnish over here. So same thing with this, just to make it look slightly different. I'm just going to put some gold dust.
Yeah.
And we're just going to put this over here and this over here. And then this has a little bit of saffron on it. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of the saffron right at the center. These are bonbons that we made earlier with a little bit of gold dust in it.
Well, Bani, this has been a day that you know, you've actually made something that you've uplifted our food diaries in terms of your baking skills. You are a tremendous baker.
Thank you.
You've shown your finesse, you've shown your expertise, and all that we can see here on the table. It has just not been an eventful day. It has been a day where, you know, I've actually kept quiet and just observing what you were doing.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of work that's been put in. The table looks absolutely delectable, and we've come to a point now, and with our audience as well, I'm sure you're enthralled and enticed with these enticing dishes that you've dished out today.
Thank you.
Well, my mouth is watering right now. Bani, it's up to you. Where do you want us to start with?
So you can try the baked yogurt first. When you try the baked yogurt first, yeah.
Okay. This is what we have here. Baked yogurt. Saffron baked
yogurt, yeah.
Okay. Why don't you also get one? Why not?
This is bugging me. Okay, there we go.
Yes. See, you can see that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So, I actually I can't really say anything much right now. This is absolutely lip-smacking. You know, it's so refreshing.
Yeah.
It's not rich, it's not heavy, but at the same time tastes very elegant, you know.
Yeah.
The saffron has given a very good hint to it. And just one more scoop, because I'm yet to go to all your dishes.
Right. Saffron, baked yogurt is one of my favorite. So anything baked yogurt, be it, you know, mango baked yogurt, any baked yogurt really is just, I'm a fan. I don't like desserts so much.
I am a yogurt fan too, but you know, the thing is nowadays you get your ready items, you know, which you know, the difference is a lot from what you actually are able to make and what you procure from the shops.
Yes.
So, well, hats off to you. This is an absolutely lip-smacking baked yogurt. Yeah. And this just sets the tone for the rest of the dishes.
Yeah, let's dig in.
You know, yes.
Okay. Why don't you try, do you like lemon?
I'm here at Food Diaries because I've never said no to anything. So, yes.
Okay, no, I would suggest let's go for the chocolate cake.
Okay.
Here. Let's try the chocolate and hazelnut, and then to clean our palate, we can try the lemon tart.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is chocolate and hazelnut cake.
Yeah.
Should I give one to you?
I love making them, but I'm not that much of a fan eating them after making them for so many years.
Well, see, this is beautifully done and presented.
Yeah. Please.
Very rich, very decadent. You know, the thing is, I'm not a fan of chocolate, but this is not very sweet.
Yeah.
You know, I usually prefer, you know, to say no and thank you to chocolates.
Yeah.
But something like this, I could go on because it's got a good hint of the cocoa, a slight bitterness to it.
Yes.
And yes, the hazelnut has added a little crunch to the chocolate. So my the palate, they're dancing, the taste buds in my palate, you're dancing with a burst of flavors.
Yeah.
Bunny, all hats off to you.
Thank you.
Wonderfully done. And what is the next thing that we go to?
Let's try the lemon curd.
Lemon
tart.
Lemon tart.
So I make fresh lemon curd. So yeah, you can try it. You just bite it.
I will definitely. Why don't you take one?
Yes, I will take one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let's
dig in. Lovely.
How do you like the lemon curd?
It's tangy, yet sweet. So it's sweet and tangy. But I have to mention the crust. It's not thick.
Yeah.
It breaks easily in your mouth. And so this is the thing about tarts. Yes, your lemon curd is absolutely
lemony.
Not lemony. It is lemony.
Yeah.
It is sweet, but with that, you know, the good crispiness of
the short crust.
The short crust. That is all that speaks about your baking skills.
Thank you. Thank you very
Wonderful
much.
again. And well, I feel like a little kid hopping around, you know, a dessert table.
Yeah, and why not? Maybe you can try the bread now.
Oh yes, why not? So
yeah. Okay.
First, let me show you how this is absolutely spongy, if you can see.
Yeah.
This is wonderful. You don't really need anything else to it, you know.
The olives.
I'm going to take the olives. Bani, you are amazing at what you do.
Thank you very much.
Wonderfully baked focaccia bread.
Yeah.
Things like these, you don't really need a lot of elements around. You know, very good hint, and I love what you've added with the, you know, the herbs.
Yeah, the rosemary.
Rosemary herbs. I think you know that's you know, be it thyme, rosemary, or mixed herbs. But in this case, you have done justice to the very bread, focaccia bread, and made it exactly as it should have been. So hats off to you, Bani.
Thank you very much. Okay, we should about. Banana bread first or panna cotta? Your call.
Well, so we leave the panna cotta.
Okay.
Now,
banana bread.
The banana bread, should I?
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I'm on a feast, and a very good feast at that. I think I'm just going to grab this.
Yeah.
What I would want to just do
please
is
try the chocolate. You feel the snap?
This is so lip smacking. As I've already said, I'm not a fan of chocolate, but I'm actually surprisingly loving this.
Yeah.
Then you have a long way to go. This is so good.
Moist.
Cream cheese, and it is very moist. Cakes about you know how moist they are. You know, what your little addition, the cream cheese you've added, the chocolate that you've added, it's all lifted a sliced banana bread to something else. This is amazing, Bani.
Thank you so much.
Amazing, absolutely.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're enjoying. I mean, that's the whole point of doing what I do. Seeing people enjoy what I make, just, you know, Just make
this
it.
is not
just
just
make
enjoyment.
sense.
This is pure merriment. Yeah. Well, and so we have left with the panna cotta.
Yes, and the bonbons.
Yes, yes. We shall take the bonbons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Mmm. I'm going to show you this. Take a bite. I actually want to show our audience.
You can just cut it. You can cut this.
This is what you see. Beautiful. I'm sorry my hands are messy, but in a good way.
Yeah.
This is what you see. It's they break away. They're very crispy, crusty.
Yeah.
But very, very. You've got your melted chocolate and your orange.
Yeah.
That's like a surprise inside. This is awesome. One word to go. No. I don't know what else to say. Oh, I never thought that I'd be so happy this way at the end of a program because of all the delectables. I do have a sweet tooth, but I'm not into chocolate. I think you've converted me today.
Oh, I'm glad.
And so we move on to the panna cotta.
Yes,
I've been so tempted.
Use this.
Such an elegant looking layered glass.
Taken all the way.
Yes, all the way down
To the blueberry and yeah.
Yes. I must have done something good yesterday. Or one of these days, I don't know. This is so rewarding.
Thank you.
So rewarding. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
I should be thanking you. Wonderful. It's so layered that, but when you eat them, I think, you know, you get a combined effect of the wholeness of the panna cotta because of the blueberries and the cream cheese.
Yeah. Oh.
And that's the cream cheese.
Yeah, the cream cheese on top.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So it's a wholesome panna cotta. On the whole, I will not call this a wholesome. It is a dessert that you would actually get in 5-star restaurants, 4-star, 5-star restaurants, because that's where you brought your expertise from.
Yes.
And to a place where, you know, a place where you're born,
Yeah.
right? You didn't choose to stay out, you chose to bring everything back here, and I think I'm one of those lucky people to have you at Food Diaries because we've had all these goodness to taste, and for that I am thankful to you.
Thank you for having
Food
me.
Diaries is thankful to you. I think you've made our day today, and Bani,
Yeah.
I'm sure Labani Cafe will have a long way to go. You will spread out. You've come to your roots. You could have
Yeah.
started in Shillong, but you wanted to come back home first.
Yeah.
And so wherever you venture from here, I hope that, I don't just hope, I know that you will go a very, very long way. You'll be
Thank you.
one of the persons to reckon with in terms of desserts.
Thank you.
And at Food Diaries, I'm sure our audience who've been tuned in as well, I'm sure you've been, you've enjoyed watching Bani at her best. And well, for now, if you do want to taste these delectables, it's just not very far, just here at Markawat.
You also get them in Shillong if you want.
You get them in Shillong?
Yes.
Okay, so you know you find Labani patisserie in Shillong. And for that, I'll definitely be one of the customers. You've converted me from being a non-chocolate eater to being one. So that is a plus. And with that, we shall wind up at Food Diaries. It's been a thoroughly amazing day to watch an amazing baker at work. And we shall wind up here today at Food Diaries. Till next time, do join us for more episodes.